Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and thank you for tuning in to Canal Algérie's nightly news. Here are your headlines for tonight. The President of the Republic receives a delegation representing the Algerian Economic Renewal Council headed by Canal. The President of the Republic receives as well the Tala'i al-Hurriyat, or the Vanguard of Liberty's party leader Rida Biwanan. And the Wadi al-Harash River restoration is reaching its final stage. A field report to follow in our news. Welcome back. We begin with tonight's major story, where the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received a delegation of the Algerian Economic Renewal Council, or CREA, led by Canal. President Tebboune congratulated this crucial organization for its contributing role in building the national economy, which made it acquire the full confidence of the head of state, as well as the respect of foreign partners, commanding its success in contributing to the stability of the national market and all economic operators. In this regard, the President of the Republic reiterated that CREA is a citizens' organization with its national and honest members, encouraging them and through them all economic operators to move forward in developing the national economy, despite the attempts to target it and discredit it by the remaining members of the agonizing Isaba, or gang. The meeting also incorporated the investment projects launched from November 2022 to the end of February 2024 that reached 6,133 projects amounting to $3,068 billion, enabling the creation of 155,000 direct job positions. Direct foreign investments reached $38 billion, while the amount of the partnership investment projects reached $844 billion. Dinars. On his end, the President of CREA noted that the meeting revolved around improving investment in Algeria, hailing the extreme attention the President attaches to developing the national industrial fabric and preserving the citizens' purchasing power.
On my behalf and behalf of the members of the CREA, I would like to thank the President of the Republic for the warm welcome that he reserved for us. The meeting was very fruitful. We've discussed several issues regarding economy, the improvement of the business climate, the problem encountered by economic operators. The relaunch of national industry was also discussed as the only mean to reach self-sufficiency, notably in the industry sector. We've also tackled a topic dear to the heart of the President, that of purchasing power. The President of the Republic addressed a message to the Algerian economic operators to participate on the initiative of the National Renewal Economic Council by reducing prices during this blessed month of Ramadan. The initiative was largely followed, and we've noticed the decline of prices and the availability of products in the markets. I thank again the President of the Republic, while recalling that the National Renewal Economic Council will always remain at the service of our country and people.
Similarly, the President of the Republic received the Tala'i al-Hurriyat, or Vanguard Liberty's party leader Rida Biwanan. Following the audience, the head of Tala'i al-Hurriyat, or the Vanguard of Liberty's party, made the following statement.
I had the honor to be received by the President of the Republic. It was an opportunity to discuss the ongoing challenges. I listened to the vision and points of views of the President regarding all these issues. I've also presented my points of view in a perspective plan in the form of a document elaborated by the Commission and the General Secretary of the party, Tala'i al-Hurriyat, as part of the 2030 vision. I've also reaffirmed to the President the availability of our party to contribute to all initiatives meant to preserve national unity, the promotion and relaunch of national economy, and the defense of our nation, while upholding our diplomacy and its efforts to fight the numerous challenges and threats posed by the Zionist entity and its allies, namely the United States and Europe, in addition to the geopolitical changes encountered by the world. Therefore, we've obviously discussed the Palestinian issue and that of Western Sahara, Al-Makhzen Emirates, and the situation in the Sahel-Saharan region. It was an opportunity to discuss what Algeria will do to face these challenges, as closing ranks is a must. The Algerian people must never forget one of its priorities, namely that of Algeria, comes before everything. A strong Algeria, thanks to its army.
شكرا لكم رمضان كريم صحة فطوركم.
In separate news, the Premier Nadir Al Arbawi chaired a cabinet meeting devoted to examining a preliminary draft bill related to endowment properties aiming to regulate, manage, preserve, and protect them. The government also reviewed regulatory texts related to health law, notably that aiming at improving national health coverage and reducing referrals for treatment abroad. In the framework of the follow-up of the implementation of the instructions of the President of the Republic related to digital transformation of all sectors, the government listened to a presentation on the digitization of the sector of justice, while it also listened to a presentation on the investment of the Renewable Energies Development Program, as well as a presentation on the preparation of the national strategy to confront climate change. In tonight's diplomacy news, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the National Community Abroad, Ahmed Attaf, received a phone call from the French Minister for Europe and Foreign Affairs, Stéphane Séjourné. On the occasion, both parties reviewed the state of bilateral relations between both countries, in addition to the preparations for the high-level upcoming events. They have also tackled the ongoing discussions at the level of the Security Council regarding the Palestinian issue in general. In a related context, Algeria strongly denounced on Wednesday the policy of inaction, double standards, indifference, and complete silence inside the UN Human Rights Council in regard to the tragic humanitarian situation in occupied Palestinian territories with the impunity of the occupation. During the general debate of the 55th session of the Human Rights Council, the president of the permanent Algerian delegation to the UN office in Geneva and international organizations, Harash underlined the great importance Algeria attaches to protecting and promoting human rights. As part of the National Radio's Night Series and on the occasion of the 17th anniversary of launching Radio Algeria International, a forum was held yesterday under the motto RIA from the 2008 uprising until Tufan al-Aqsa or flood. Let's get more from Melissa Kabash.
The event included interventions relating to the career of Radio Algeria International and its role in delivering Algeria's voice and position regarding fair causes in the world. Present at the event, Minister of Communication Mohamed Al-Agab, the advisor to the President of the Republic in charge of the General Directorate of Communication, Kamal Sidi Said, and both General Directors of the Algerian Television and the National Radio, that of the Algerian News Agency and Algerian Broadcasting Corporation.
This is a political media event in harmony with the nature of the RAI, celebrating its 17th anniversary, meaning that this channel is still young, therefore we wish it more success and progress.
منذ البداية كانت إذاعة قوية. الآن في عمر الشباب نتمنى لها مزيد من العطاء، مزيد من التقدم. أشكر الزملاء في إذاعة الجزائر الدولية على اختيار.
I thank our colleagues of the RAI for choosing this occasion, which coincides with the Triumph Day, and for the topic chosen as it represents the heart of the radio, Algeria International. It is not only Algeria's voice in the world, but the voice of just causes as well.
أيضا صوت القضايا العادلة في العالم. كل التحية للشعب الجزائري ولرئيس.
Greetings to all the Algerian people, to its president that had honorable positions. I hail the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, and the entire Algerian people for its staunch positions.
On this occasion, the radio correspondents were honored and bestowed certificates, notably the reporter operating the Western Saharan territories, as a token of gratitude for their dedication and strenuous efforts.
And regarding the restoration of Wad al-Harash, a river, the project is reaching its final stage to root out pollution in the capital and make of al-Harash locality a good destination for Algiers inhabitants to relax and get rid of the daily routine. Badia Amarani's report taken up by Ines Killo.
The restoration of Wad al-Harash River is well underway, an ambitious project involving dredging walls, retaining walls, and landscaping. All these efforts are being made against the backdrop of the need to clean up the river, which flows through 4 provinces of the center of the country, an operation that has given the person in charge of the project a hard time. It should be noted that pollution is not only stemming from the industrial fabric, but it comes from domestic and urban sources as well.
Dans le cadre du suivi du grand projet, de l'important projet de l'aménagement et de la dépollution de Oued El Harash, dans le volet pollution, protection de l'environnement.
As part of monitoring this major project to develop and clean up Oued El Harash within the environmental protection aspect, classified establishments were monitored and sued for not respecting the criteria. There have been calls for closing them, so the operation is still ongoing. We found that 30 units, 30 classified establishments generate industrial residues but do not treat them, so they don't have a treatment system. So far, we have closed them down.
Qui ne possèdent pas un système de traitement. À ce jour, on a fermé, il y a eu des arrêtés de fermeture de 7 établissements classés.
Amid the restoration process, awareness campaigns are being carried out by the environmental departments to prevent the pollution generated by the companies surrounding the river.
La sensibilisation, c'est permettre, former.
Raising awareness means training, educating people, and helping them to set up their system, how they should do it, how they should analyze it, how to keep industrial residues discharged in line with the standards.
À garder la conformité des rejets liquides industriels.
The Baraki water treatment plant plays an important role in protecting Oued El Harash from all kinds of domestic and urban pollution. Equipped with a purely biological process, this facility enables water to be treated and reused for irrigation. The plant is also endowed with a remote management center, the only one of its kind in
Chaque
Africa.
station de qualité d'eau, il contient des équipements ultra modernes.
Each water quality station contains ultra-modern equipment, and it is the first of its kind in Africa and even in Algeria. So for the water quality measurement station, we have equipment such as the BIOT, TNT, and TP. So we have several equipment, and we also have 3 stations to control flooding.
Et on a aussi 3 stations pour l'inondation. C'est contrôle d'inondation pour l'inondation de Oued El Harash.
The restoration of Oued El Harash also involves hydraulic development to prevent flooding, as well as leisure areas to allow families breathe fresh air and let steam off.
On to the weekly operational report of the People's National Army, marked by the capture of the terrorist Rikan As-Safah, who was active in terrorist groups acting abroad. The other activities of the PNA over the past week in this concise report by Ines Killo.
National People's Army detachment arrested 15 elements supporting terrorist groups during separate operations across the national territory. In the framework of the fight against organized crime and in continuation of the tireless efforts aimed at countering the scourge of drug trafficking in our country, combined detachments of the PNA intercepted in coordination with the different security services in operations across the national territory 27 drug traffickers and averted attempts to introduce 546 kilograms of processed cannabis through the borders with Morocco, while over 9,500 psychotropic tablets were seized. In Tamanrast, Burjbeji Mukhtar and Janet, detachments of the People's National Army arrested 45 individuals and seized 25 vehicles, 86 generators, 69 jackhammers, 10 metal detectors, in addition to 21 quintals of mixed raw gold stones and quantities of explosives, detonation tools, and other equipment used in illegal gold mining operations. On the other hand, 14 other individuals were arrested and 1 Kalashnikov machine guns, 5 hunting rifles, in addition to 69,200 liters of fuel, as well as 18 tons of foodstuffs intended for smuggling and speculation, and 8,984 units of various drinks were seized in separate operations across the national territory. Similarly, border guards thwarted at the level of our national coasts attempts of illegal immigrants of 355 individuals aboard traditional made boats, while 1,551 of different nationalities were also arrested.
In our daily window on the situation in Palestine, and after 166 days, no let-up of the aggression is in the horizon. Appalling scenes of babies murdered, defenseless Palestinians displaced en masse, and wounded treated on the ground, lacking the most basic conditions. This as most hospitals are no longer fit for purpose. The death toll reached over 31,923 mortars as new attacks targeted Rafah and the Nusayrat camp in the center of Gaza. UN agencies are sounding the alarm regarding the famine prevailing, demanding urgent measures. Canada, on the other hand, announced that it will halt arms sales to the Zionist entity following a non-binding vote in the House of Commons. And with that, we end tonight's news. Thank you so much to our technicians and journalists, and thank you for watching.